All right, let's move on to Paul George, who signed a max extension with the Clippers yesterday. PG now signed through 2025, including a player option in the last year. And when asked about the Clippers yesterday, he said, quote, "I owe them a trophy." Listen to what else he had to say.
This is where I want to be. This is home. I'm at home, and I want to build a real foundation. And ultimately, this is where my legacy, where I want to leave the biggest imprint on. It's not putting a gun to Kawhi and telling him he's got to do this or do that. Hopefully, it's a mutual bond, and we both enjoy playing with one another. So. Everybody's got their own decisions to make, and hopefully me showing my commitment, being here and wanting to play with him long term, sticks out. I owe him a trophy. That's what I owe this organization. This is a window that we're trying to capture, and my commitment and my job is to try to bring a title here.
All right, Paul Pierce, we've heard Paul George saying he owes the Clippers a trophy, along with a lot of other things he said, frankly, that have come out in the last week or so. Mm-hmm. This, though, has to be what the Clippers faithful want to hear. Is it something, nothing, or everything?
Well, yeah, it's everything. I mean, you need players like Paul George caliber to win championships, along with Kawhi. He has a chance to build on his legacy as a Los Angeles Clipper, and to start a legacy for the franchise, a franchise that doesn't have a championship, and he says he owes them a trophy. I respect that. He's from L.A. He wants to bring a title to a place he's from. Hey, all the pressure's on now, Paul George. You got the huge contract. You at home. And we all know it's tough to play at home in front of your family and friends. And so, being that you signed a big deal, you at home, now it's time to bring a championship. I hope he does it.
Yeah, it's something. And Rachel, boy, when I saw this quote, I just kind of grimaced a little bit, because it's one of those things that you just know people are going to bring back. I owe him a trophy. And I know he was euphoric, and he should be. He just signed $190 million extension. And that's the thing about this trade. One of the reasons why this trade was so fantastic for Paul George, not only because he got to go home, not only because he got to play with Kawhi Leonard, but because they traded so much for him, that they are so invested in his success that they had to back it up with an extension to make sure that he remained there. So really, he's got everything he could possibly want. Now he's got to deliver, but the delivery is the hardest part, right?
Well, the biggest thing I heard from Clippers fans over the last week or two is, hey, we want Paul to take accountability for himself. And in my mind, when I heard his press conference yesterday, that's what I heard from him, was him taking some accountability. So I like that. And congratulations to him, because it's not a small thing, by the way. And, when he hurt his leg in 2014, we didn't know. We didn't know what Paul George's future was. And it's turned out to be pretty good and pretty, it's worked out all right. Just saying. Coming up, what a reasonable expectation. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.